Hi everybody, I'm Real Simple Mama and this is Kiddo. Say hello.
Hello.
And right now we are going to demonstrate all 6 of the thermometers that are in my comparison review. If you are finding this video on YouTube and you haven't yet seen my article, you can go to realsimplemama.com and just do a search for the Digital Thermometer Comparison review. We've got 6 different ones here and we're going to demonstrate all of the ones that can be done either in the ear or orally or on the forehead. So, you ready? Okay. Now, Kiddo is 4.5 and he's about 35 pounds, so we're not going to show you anything on a newborn or anything like that. So these are 6 different thermometers. We have paid for all of these over the years, and I will tell you what I like and don't like about them. On my review, you will get more stats as far as what kind of battery they take, if there's a backlight or not, what the current Amazon price is, all of that information. So the first up, this one is, as you can see right here, it's called the Smart Glow Exergen, and it's a temporal scanner, meaning you can do it on the forehead. This is, in my opinion, the home version of what a lot of pediatricians use, including our own. It does have a cap on it that Kiddo's showing you. The things that I like about it is it has the instructions here on the back. So if you forget or, you're exhausted because it's a sick kid in the middle of the night, then you're good to go. Additionally, there's a light here on the back, and the battery life on this thing is pretty good. It's not particularly heavy, but as you can see, I mean, this is by far the biggest thermometer that we've got. This is a thermometer, the Braun, in its case, but this thermometer alone is gigantic, and the screen on it is really, really tiny. So what you do with this one, there are 2 different modes, and I'm going to need your forehead, buddy. You ready? There's 2 different modes. The mode that I guess is traditionally or more so used with this one, I'm going to pop the little cap off, is you are supposed to keep the entire circle on your kid's forehead and just go across and then turn it and look at it.
Like a pig's head.
All right, so we're going to turn it on. It does have a backlight, which is nice, and that is the last known temperature, so it does have a memory in it. No, my kid wasn't 62 degrees, don't worry. Okay, so what we're going to do is use this light here, and you're going to stay really still, and I've got to keep it completely on his head. I'll go all the way across. And then it's supposed to read. Okay? So let's try it again. Now it's cleared. Okay, so now... Oh, okay, we're going through the memory settings. That's right, I forgot about this. And then you can switch between the different settings. Okay, now there are 2 lights, but there's only 1 button. So let's try it again. And it's supposed to beep at me and let me know. Okay, now as you can see, this didn't work very well. And for us, it was really frustrating because it's really hard for you to see if you can get the whole thing on or not. It's pretty frustrating. But the good news is, and this has helped us a lot, you can, it's here on step 3. If the child is perspiring or, if they're moving, if they're squirming, if they're asleep, whatever, lift the probe from the forehead, touch it on their neck just behind the earlobe. Okay, now what's weird about this is what you do with the button. What I'm going to do now is show you, you don't have to move it at all, you just keep it still. And you just put it on their bare neck that's back behind their ear. So you hold the button until you're ready for it to take the temperature, and then once you've got it in position, you're going to let go. And then this light will show you what to do. So Kiddo, can you come scoot to me, because now I need your ear. Scoot to me, and then turn and look out your window, baby. And he's going to freeze. And from this perspective, it's easier on a boy that's got, or, any kid that's got short hair, because you're going to do it right back here. Okay, now remember, we're not normally dealing with, now you need to keep looking out there until I tell you I'm done. So now I'm going to hold the button. I'm holding it, and it says scan. Turn. Now it's in place. Don't move. I release. See the light?
No.
He's 97.7. Which is great, because even though we're sitting in our pajamas here on a Wednesday afternoon, we're not sick. So that mode is a lot easier. What's not intuitive to me on this one is, again, what's going on with the button. I feel like I would push it once I'm in position instead of letting go. But the backlight on it is nice. The 2 modes are nice. I love that I get to do this. I'm not putting anything in my kid's ear or under their tongue or anything like that. So it doesn't matter if you have a kid who has a tiny ear or if their ears, they're complaining that their ear hurts, because this is going whoop, right there. And again, what you need to do is get that entire circumference on their skin. You're also supposed to have that entire circumference from this perspective. Let me get it clear. On their forehead, and keep it completely on their forehead all the way across, basically. In just a minute. Just like this. No, but you can't move, baby. You be still. Okay, you be still. All the way until it gets to their hairline, but that's really hard to do. So I think that this one is accurate. I like this one. It did take a while to use, but to figure out how to use it successfully. But again, having this here was really, really helpful. Up next is the Kinsa. Oh, this thermometer. I had such high hopes for this thermometer. We actually helped pay for it when it was like a Kickstarter, when it was just starting out. This is, put the bowl down, please. This is an ear thermometer, and the benefit of this one is that the screen is really big, and the huge pull for the Kinsa is that they have an app, and you essentially create kid profiles, and you can track medications, temperatures, everything per profile. So I could have a profile for him and a profile for my daughter, and the thermometer syncs up with the app, and it's a way for you to track all of your data, watch temperatures over time, etc., etc. The concept is great. The problem is, when we got this, there were so many problems with the app and getting it to sync, and it wasn't in the right mode, and the app wouldn't read the thermometer, and it was so frustrating that all of the technological benefits that this one advertised, they didn't really work. So right now, for us, we just... I don't want to rely on it. It kind of makes me nervous. So you'll see there is a large screen. It is backlit, and now it's ready. This is an ear thermometer. So the good news is if your kid's ear is big enough, then this is a pretty consistent way for you to get a temperature. The problem is that this, of course, can get dirty, so you've got to clean it. Double check with every thermometer manufacturer. Usually they'll say like alcohol and water, and you want to just use a Q-tip, of course. And the other problem with ear thermometers in general is, of course, if their ear isn't big enough, then you can't really get an accurate reading. So give me your ear. Go look at your closet. Look at your closet. Okay, so we're going to put it in, and then we're going to hold. Don't move. And it's shut off. Okay, don't move. You can push on me a little bit. Okay, we're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. This is saying that he's 95.7. Now, this thermometer, and see now it's telling me that I can sync it up. This thermometer said he was 97.7. So let's take this temperature again. Do the same thing. Look at the closet. Okay. So now when I'm pushing it, it's basically telling it ready. Now I'm going to stick it in there, so be real still. Okay. We're going to read again. Now it's 95.3. Let's push it again. 95.3. 95.5. And so all I'm doing is just, see how I'm just barely angling it, and it's changing it. Not by degrees, but, you know, by a little bit. So this thermometer, what I like about it is that it's just an ear thermometer, and the screen is really big on it, and there's the potential for it to sync up with an app. With my firstborn, when he was my only baby, you know, I wanted to track every single feeding and every single poop and every single medication and every single everything. So this is really good in concept, but we got really frustrated with it early on because, like I said, there were a lot of issues with the app syncing up. I will put in my review article on realsimplemama.com. You can just search in the top right for thermometer, and this article will pop up. I will put in some screenshots so you can see the kind of things that the app can do, because in concept I think it can be great, and my family and I, we may revisit that and use this one again, but it's just been kind of frustrating for us up until this point. All right, now we're going to show you, this is the Braun ThermoScan. And this is another ear thermometer. It has a nice big screen. Here's how it fits in my hand. There's the light up there. There's the eject button back here. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. Can you hear me that? It comes with a certain amount of, thank you, little guards that fit here. It also comes with this big old case.
Can I shoot the next one?
No, we need to not shoot it anymore. Can you stick it back on here? So these are disposable little caps. After we're done with the video, I'll let you do it. Okay, push it back on there. Let it click.
But well.
Just like that. That's good. So for this ear thermometer, it has two real buttons. There's a power button, and you're only going to push this to turn it on, and that's it. And then basically when it's in position, then you're going to push this one. Okay? So no, we're not shooting it right now. So come here, I need your ear. After the video's done, then you can shoot it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So power.
Power.
This is a nice big screen, but from what I can tell, it is not backlit. It does have the battery on there, and you did see that the memory, so the last temperature that was taken on it was 100.4. So now it's ready. I do like that this one has a beep. Okay, and you push against it. Okay, be nice and strong. And I'm going to push my button. Blinking, 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 blinking. Don't move, don't move. Okay. Oh, and it's giving me its error message. Okay. So scoot closer to me, please, kiddo.
Can I see it?
Okay. No, when we're done. Okay, I need you to look at the closet, please. Okay. And be strong. Don't lean away. Just be still. Okay, now let me see if I can get it. That P05 is just an error message saying it didn't get a good reading. And you can find that and all of its other information either on its website or in its manual. Oh, and this one's not reading. Okay. Let me do this. Try to do it without. Okay, one more time. Thank you. Oh, it's not going to let me do it without the cap. I didn't actually know that. So it does require, hold it for me, nice and strong. It does require.
Can I see it?
No.
Then.
So it has to have that end cap on. Let me see it. I've also found that this, it's going to try to take this temperature real quick. It does not shut off with the power button. It will only turn itself on, and then it'll shut off after a certain amount of time. So as you can see, this one we never use because it's really finicky. It does have the blinking light, and it does beep power when you're ready to take the temperature. It does come with, I believe, 20 of these little, 20 of the little, the disposable ear cases. Okay, let me have that, please. But this is another thermometer that we paid for, thinking it was going to be somewhat better or more sophisticated or more accurate, and it's really just been frustrating. So we still have it for now, but this one is never used. The last one that I've got that's an ear thermometer, this one is very mysterious. This is the Graco, and we have had a lot of Graco products, and so when we saw this one years ago, I believe at Target, we went ahead and picked it up. I cannot find manufacturer information for this guy anywhere. So again, you can see my full review on realsimplemama.com. Just search for thermometer in the top right search bar. But this one, I guess, is just discontinued. I don't know what the deal is with this one. But just in case you've ended up with one, this was like the one and only thermometer, I guess, that Graco made a couple of years ago, and now it doesn't exist anymore. I just had to replace the battery. So it is backlit. It does beep. Give me your ear. It does have a memory, so there's the last temperature that was in there. Okay, there's a small button back here, and that changes mode. Be still, don't move. Okay, he's 95.5. And then it gives you a little, the light goes off after a second, but that little creepy thing in the corner is supposed to be a smiley face. This mode is to change from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So this is the mysterious Graco thermometer that we're never going to speak of again. The other thing that I'll say about this one, okay, I just tried to read a temperature, and obviously it couldn't. The backlight, as you can see, only lasts for a second, and then it shuts off. Additionally, this one drains battery like crazy. I just replaced the battery for the sake of doing this test, and I don't know if you noticed a second ago, but in the top left, it was already alerting me that battery is low. So something is going on with this. But it's like this mysterious thermometer that was made, and now it's like nobody talks about it. You can't find it for sale hardly anywhere. I did put an Amazon listing for this on my review article with the estimated price from what I could find, but it's been off the market. Like, Amazon doesn't have any right now, so we'll have to see what's going on with that. The other two that we're going to show you just really quick, these are not ones that we're going to use. This is the Vicks thermometer. This thermometer is my favorite cheap option. It can be used orally, which is under the tongue, or rectally. Now, I'm not demonstrating that, but this guy is used rectally, so we're not going to have Kiddo put it in his mouth. But this is just a very simple, uses one of those coin batteries thermometer. This is slightly bendable, and it's easy to clean, again, with alcohol and water or soap and water. This one beeps nice and loud. And what I really like, let's get it turned on here and see if it'll give me a color. This one will actually light up in different colors. So if the temperature is within normal range of Fahrenheit, then it will be green. If it's a slight temperature, it'll be yellow. And if it's a high fever, then it'll be red. So again, when you're kind of half asleep in the middle of the night, or you've got a screaming kid and you're kind of worried on what you should do, this one kind of helps you figure out what it is that you need to do. But this one, the whole display will light up red or green or yellow. And it is supposed to have a temperature memory, which is why I'm trying to have it pull that up. I don't know why it's not doing that. It does have a 1 temperature memory as well, on and off. Okay, the last thermometer. Let me have that, please. This is just our default, super cheap, easily less than $10 CVS digital thermometer. It's rigid. It uses another one of those tiny little card batteries. Beeps. I'm holding it upside down. No memory. But this one is also very accurate. So for all intents and purposes, we have a couple of these too that we'll continue to use with the kids as they get older. This one can be used rectally as well or orally. This one we only use orally, so obviously got some different things going on here. And this one does not come with a carrying case, whereas Kiddo has fixed. The Vicks does have a case, just to help you feel a little bit better about keeping it safe and keeping germs contained. So now you can see our thermometers in action. Let me have it real quick, please. My favorites are this one, especially for babies, because with young ones, I just feel like taking it rectally is the most accurate. Now, you have to remember, if you do take a temperature rectally, it's going to tend to be 1 degree higher in Fahrenheit than everything else. So if your kid reads 100.0 rectally, they're really at 99. So it's a little bit elevated temperature. It's technically not a fever. Fever is technically 100.4, 100.4. So for babies, I like the Vicks. It's also a very affordable thermometer. They're really, you know, they're cheap. They're easy. We have 2 or 3 in our house. And then the other one that I like using is the Smart Glow. It's not perfect. I especially don't like using it across the forehead, but if you use the alternative method that I showed you, where you put it back behind the ear. Again, the kid doesn't have to sit there for a long time and be still or freeze or anything like that. The main thing I don't like about this one is that it's really big. It is a little bit more expensive, and the display for a thermometer that's this huge, the display is really, really tiny. So, but those are our 2 picks. Again, I'm Real Simple Mama. This is Kiddo. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this has been helpful for you and your family.